Hello everyone, this is Nikki Rowland and today I am guest designing for Cocoa Vanilla Studio using the fabulous, beautiful Happy Days collection. I think it's my favourite one from Cocoa Vanilla so far. It is just absolutely fabulous. I love it. So I've really enjoyed creating with it as well. So, okay, so I love yellow. I love yellow backgrounds. It's the colour of the sun and I just love it. So I couldn't help myself but use the Feel Good paper, which is the cut apart sheet, as a background for my layout. Now I know that won't be very popular for many people because the cut apart is on the other side, but I was lucky that I had 2 sheets of each. I have I'm going to trim that down and that's going to be my background. But right now I'm just doing a little bit of prep work because I had the idea that I could use those beautiful frames. I'm in love with the frames, the gold frames from the specialty paper. I thought if I fussy cut those out, they were the perfect size to go over the small journaling cards from the cut apart sheet, but that's in the 6x8 paper stack, or the A5 paper stack, sorry. So anyway, I tested it out and it was about right. They're not quite perfect, they're a little bit too small, so I've mounted them onto some white card first with a border, and then that way I can add foam pads to my frames and stick them over the top, and the foam pads have got something to stick to, whereas the journaling cards in their original form wouldn't have had anything for them to stick to. So this was a great solution and easy to do. And then I've created myself 2 little frames, one with all those rainbow phrases. I mean, that journaling card is just fabulous. And then one with the rainbow itself and the sunshine. So love the bright colours, the rainbow colours, just love it. So I have pulled out those 2 frames, and I have already done the prep work for those by putting in the journaling cards behind them. Like I said, they're the mini journaling cards from the A5 paper stack. And then I have some other fussy cut items from the specialty paper. I've got the frame with the butterfly in the middle, and I've left the butterfly in the middle. I have generally been cutting out the bits from the middle of the frames, but on this occasion I want to leave that in place, and I'm going to layer a fussy cut butterfly over the top. And then I've got the round one, and I'm just going to use that as it is. And then I've got a couple of elements also from the specialty paper that are cut out from the middle of frames. So much fun and love you. So I really feel that this specialty paper is really great value because it goes so far. I can do so much with it. There's so many things on there that you can cut out and use across so many layouts. You could use it as a whole sheet and put your photos on the frames or behind the frames. That would work too. Definitely, but for me, I felt that it was best. I just wanted to cut it all out, so I have done, and I'm using them as extra embellishments. Basically, I always see things like that as a whole pack of extra embellishments for like £3. So that's brilliant in my opinion because that's a great value pack of ephemera. Hey, so yeah, okay. So I'm now just carrying on with my my layout. I want to add my photos in. I've got 2 photos of me and my boys. So unfortunately one gets bumped and we're going to stick with just the one photo. And it's just me and him together. And I've mounted it onto the same rainbow journaling card that I've used in the frame on the left. But it's the big version from the cut apart sheet. And like I said, I've got 2 sheets. So therefore I'm using one as a background, the yellow background here, and the other one I am cutting up and using as embellishments. Like I said, a whole extra pack of ephemera, right? So I'm just trying to see what kind of arrangement I'm going to have in place for this layout. I really wanted the focus to be the specialty paper, and I'm just now just trying to piece it all together and make sure that it kind of flows well across the page, and is in some kind of coherent fashion. Just playing around with arrangement at the moment. I've pulled out some flowers from the floral ephemera, and I'm just pinching the leaves and pinching the petals to give them some dimension. I kind of like curl them up a little bit and give them a little bit of extra texture and dimension in that way. So yeah, I'm just carrying on. It's taking shape. It's looking now pretty much almost like it does when I'm finished. But I am going to take it all off. I think I'm going to take it all off in a minute, and trim down my background. So I really, for some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason I really struggle with whole sheets of pattern paper as my background. I feel that they need something else. So I normally trim them down and put them onto a piece of white card. So that gives me quite a large white border in some cases. And I do that quite a bit. I think it's because, there we go, it's done. It's done now. So I've moved everything off, I've trimmed it down, I've put it all back on again, and I have got it all stuck in place. And I'm now just distressing the edges, and I say this makes me much happier that my layout now has a border. Don't really know why, because it's only a white border, so it doesn't even add loads of extra interest. Oh, sorry, having a tape gun replacement moment. Normally I edit these out. I don't know what's happened on this occasion. I'm being super quick though, promise. It's the noise of doom when you hear that tape go, when it just runs out and you're just about to use it and you didn't hear it and it goes, the little ting sound. Like, oh no, have to replace the tape. Anyway, I'm so sorry you saw that on camera, but I normally edit those out. Don't know what happened there. But I'm just adding my paper, my beautiful yellow paper to the background, and I've distressed the edges already, and I'm folding them up so that there's lots of dimension, and then I have a nice whiteboard around the outside. And for me, it's just more pleasing. I think it's because it's to do with having when there's so much pattern edge to edge, I just feel that there's not enough white space for the eye to, the pattern itself, I feel, just needs a white edge to, I don't know, just to make it a bit more easy to look at, if that makes sense. Okay, so I've added a title, My Sunshine. That is using those fabulous chipboard title stickers that everyone is absolutely in love with. They are fabulous. I love the font. I love the fact that they're black and white. That means they go with everything, and you can colour them in as well, which is pretty cool. So I've added My Sunshine. The word my fits beautifully in that little gap in between the florals and the butterfly frame, and then sunshine fits beautifully underneath, so that all worked out really well. I've added all my flowers are all stuck down now. I've got Love You on the right hand side. I've got leaves coming down from there too. I'm now just going in and adding some of the puffy heart stickers. They're not all just hearts though, there are dots. So I'm adding dots as well. And I'm nearly done. I just want to write a few sentences. Sorry about the top of my head there. I just want to write a few sentences of journaling, and yeah, it's just about how much we love our little boy there. It's so lovely. We've got two older ones now, and the having a little younger one who's so so excited about life in general and every little thing he experiences is just an absolute delight every day. So anyway, I just wrote a little bit about that, and I did it in black journaling pen, and I underlined it using the same black journaling pen too, to give it a bit more, to make it stand out a bit more. And now I'm just coming in with some splatters of white paint. I'm trying to have small splatters and very controlled in, so they go into particular areas. So I'm using a paintbrush rather than shaking directly from my paint shaker thing. And yeah, just going over all of the embellishment clusters and loving how that's looked. So there we go, all finished. I love how it turned out. I love the yellow. The yellow just makes my heart happy. And those frames that are framing the mini journaling cards are pretty cool too, and all the flowers as well. So thank you very, very much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed seeing that layout come together. Yeah, that was Nikki Rowland for guest designing for Cocoa Vanilla Studio using Happy Days.